What is going on, people? Day number 18 of the 31 Days Half October series is upon us. The month is, zipping by. For those of you who don't know what this is, it's my 31 days of Halloween, 31 days of horror, whatever you want to call it. There's a whole bunch of people doing this where it's 31 horror movie reviews in 31 days. So for those of you who haven't checked out my previous videos, go ahead and check them out. But also, there's a whole bunch of people doing it. Like I said, I call it 31 Days Half October. There's people that call it the 31 Days of Halloween, 31 Days of Horror. People are calling it, a whole bunch of stuff. Some people are doing black and white reviews, some cult classics, some, random horror movies. Me, I do it a little bit different. I do more independent titles, and I try to do them in alphabetical order. Sometimes it doesn't work. Yesterday I kind of went out of order just because I didn't have a Q, a movie with the letter Q. Today, it's going to be a little bit different. I reviewed this movie 2 years ago, but to tell you the truth, I didn't watch I didn't have the Blu-ray to watch. I had, the not fully cut movie because we actually interviewed the actor and director and actress of this movie. So we had like the pre-cut movie, I guess you want to call it. I didn't have the full cut. Not that it's that much different from what I remember watching, but the movie actually did come out, so I want to review it again. I want to show you the actual, physical copy of it, and I want to leave the link so you can purchase it, because again, at that point in time when I reviewed it 2 years ago, it didn't have a release. It was, in the works. It just got taped and stuff like that, and it wasn't fully 100% done. So anyway, let me stop talking. The movie I'm reviewing today, because the letter is R, is the movie Red Eye. Red Eye was written and directed by Tristan. It was also written by Destinie Orndoff. It stars Destinie. It also stars Jessica Cameron, Heather Dorff, among many others. So, from the stories we told, this story actually came, to fruition from the mind of Destinie. She wrote it as a project in school. Anyway, the movie Red Eye is about 4 teenagers going to document pretty much almost like what do you want to call it? It has a now I can't even think of Blair Witch Project, where the people go and look for the Blair Witch. Well, there's a story behind Red Eye where, he's in the middle of the woods, he's this deranged killer and stuff. Well, for some reason, 4 teenagers want to go and test the myth. See if it's real, see if it's, true. So what they're going to do is they're going to document themselves going into the woods, try to find this legendary Red Eye. So, it's a couple, and then you get these, the main director, I guess you want to call it, a couple who are pretty much there to help out, and then Heather Dorff's character. So they end up going, like I said, traveling to the middle of the woods, and throughout the night, they were going to stay there overnight kind of deal and make this documentary and stuff. Let's just say they start running into things and start seeing things and hearing things and stuff that might seem or might make it seem that this legend, this, story that most people think is a story might actually be true. So throughout the rest of the night, not only are they trying to just kind of keep themselves sane, because there's many storylines going in between the characters themselves, not only this legend and stuff, but there's a bunch of stuff in between. Again, I don't like to spoil anything or say anything. I just like to give my own little spin on the plot. So I'm not giving the ins and outs of this, but let's just say in between these 4 people, there's more to be seen, I guess you want to call it. So I'll leave it at that. But from going into the woods by themselves, by the end of the night, they might just seem that it might not have been the greatest of ideas to go in there looking for a legend, looking for trouble, should I say. Again, what I do with every review is I'll take the trailer of it. I'll leave the link for that so you can check out the trailer. I'll leave the link to where you can purchase the movie. And for the reviews, especially this month, I'll leave the links to everybody else who's doing some kind of 31 days. Like I said, there's a whole bunch of people doing it. So if you've already seen Red Eye or the other 17 movies that I reviewed, if you haven't checked those out, go ahead and do it. But if you seen all those movies or didn't want to check out any of the 18 movies that I've done, again, I have the links to everybody else who's doing some kind of 31 days so you can check out their movies, because of course October is horror movie month where everybody likes to watch some horror movies. So check it out. Like I said, Red Eye is definitely one. We had Destinie and Tristan on many a times on the Dorkening. You know, they're young kids. First movie. They got another movie coming out. So just keep up with them. Deranged Minds, I believe, is the Deranged Minds Entertainment. So I'll leave the link, like I said, to, honestly, I think this still has a few copies. I know it was a limited run at one point in time, so I believe they still have copies of this. So again, I'll leave the link to where you can purchase this. I'll leave the link to the trailer, and of course the link to everybody else who's doing 31 days, and also all the links that I have for all my other social media. I got a Facebook fan page, I got a Twitter, I got an Instagram where I show off the movies behind me. Got a whole bunch of stuff. I'm part of the Dorkening. So definitely go ahead, check out everything I have in the description so you can be caught up and check out all this stuff. And I guess until tomorrow, I'll see you guys.